YouTube, and I got a piece of hair that's sticking up in the air. Well, he doesn't want to go down. I guess we're just gonna have a curly piece up. Anyways, I was waiting for YouTube to go live so I could talk at the same time to both YouTube and TikTok. I'm live on both tonight, and we are doing a tutorial tonight. But we do more than just tutorials here. We do chat times, which we had last night, and we did a bead haul with this. So you guys got to see the new items. We also do on TikTok only right now. We do bead sales. I have one coming up on Saturday. It's a charm sale on Saturday at 10 a.m. Hi, Andy. And then we will be live Friday night with a bead sale at 7 p.m. All my times are central, so come join me when you can. I also am going to be going live Monday at 10 a.m. on the 20th. I think that's Monday, with a basket sale. So we are going to be going live on more than just YouTube and TikTok now. I also do jewelry sales on my Facebook group. So we do all kinds of things on all my social medias. And I have to sneeze, so hold on. Excuse me. Hi, Rosie. Thank you for the gift. Did you know now on TikTok they have Paddington in Peru? Little Paddingtons. I am so excited. Good evening, Cherie. So I am going to bring up my backup account. Thank you. I am kind of excited about tonight's tutorial. What I want to say about it, oh, this is funny. My backup account won't show my main account to be able to see it. Like, dear Lord, catch up. I want TikTok to tell everybody I'm live so we can all know I'm here. But what about tonight's live? I'm going to show you what it is. And it is going to be tips and tricks of how to do this. So what this is that someone asked how to do a multi-layered necklace that wasn't 3 necklaces. So here you're getting the multi-layered look. You can barely see this black bead on the black neck here, but we've got a white bead, a print bead, and a black bead. They are larger beads, so you need more space in between. And as you can tell here, I do not have enough space in between, and this one's just barely. So what we're going to do is that I am going to share tips and tricks on how to make this and how to adjust it when you're making it. So it's going to be more about learning on it and kind of learning this technique, but being able to take it and make it your own with the beads that you want to pick out. Hi, Riley. So that is what we're going to do tonight. So as always on TikTok, I forgot to say this earlier, go ahead and share this out to 10 people. Where at? On the ears? Yes. My husband does buy me earrings that are, these are my upgrade ones. We have where we have to be so long and then we get upgrades. But also on TikTok, get to 10,000 on the likes and we'll do giveaways. We have bead soup and we have jewelry we're going to give away today. All right. So I'm going to talk just a little bit here. Hi, that one foxy guy. I'm going to talk for just a little bit here about this necklace and give you some information. And then we'll go into making it. Do you guys have 49ers barbecues? No, I do not live in that area. I'm in actually South Dakota. And so for me, 49ers are not the most popular team, but I love the 49ers. Being from South Dakota, it's not the norm. And so actually in our house, we are a divided house. My husband is a Bucks. Hi, Kia. Or is it Kaya? Can you let me know? Is it Kia or Kaya? So, all right. We're going to talk here about, please say Kaya. Okay. Kaya. Is it K? Now I'm like, oh boy. I do sell jewelry on TikTok and Facebook and on my website. My website is CarolJo's.com. CarolJos.com. Hi, Miss Joya. So Miss Joya is the one that gave me the idea for this. And because why I was thinking this when she said multi to one, I don't. The reason why I say I prefer this style, I'm not selling this one. We're going to be doing a tutorial on this one today. I don't know if I have it out there or not. You'd have to go look. But when you have this, you're not getting 3 necklace chains in the back with that look that is so popular right now where you have the multi-layered look. So with this one, I'm going to bring this up close here and kind of put it in my hand. If you see, the beads are bigger. And what I wanted to do with this one, see how if I have it out, I have space between the beads. That one doesn't want to lay right. But if it's close together, so depending on how your neck is, will also depend on how much beads you need to make in there and how much it will go around. There is a lot of like math and trial and error in this. All of my jewelry is out on my website that I would do for sale right now. When I have lives on TikTok, Facebook, and now I'll be moving also to Instagram, that's where I talk about how much they are. I don't do jewelry sales or bead sales on YouTube. And it's just because of the delay in the comments, because I do them live. If that helps you out, Nathaniel, thank you for the questions. But so what I want to show you is here, if I have it spread out, do you see how you have more room between them? But if I bring this in closer, I don't have as much room. So you do need to think about how the neck is as to how much it's going to come down. Is it going to come out wider? I have a thicker neck, so then for me, it's going to be out. But if you're someone else that's not me with a fat neck, it's going to be closer together. So when you're thinking about that, think about the size of your beads and the space between your beads. It doesn't mean that if you have a thinner neck that you can't use these, but what you're going to do is you're going to adjust the links that are on each side of the bead here to account for that. So if I'd have this one here, if I had a thinner neck, I would add more chain to the second one on these links so that it was down just a little bit more. And the same thing for the one that you can't really see, this black one here, I would do the same thing. So does that make sense to you all, what I'm trying to explain there about how much you need in between? And how you can decide this, I don't know if I have any. I would say go to the website. Okay, thanks, Joya. And to get this so that they're the same length, what I did to do that, because I really did this and thought, this was a lot thought-provoking, Miss Joya, to do this today. I'll show you here. There is a bead board that has multi layers to it. Now, this is if you're going to be making a necklace that is with beads. I didn't want to do beads with this one. When we talked about doing that, we talked about using chain. So what I did for this one, as the example, is you see how my chains all end at the same spot right here before I added the jump rings? How I did that is on the bead board, I knew I wanted to have a little bit longer necklace, so I knew in inches where I wanted to be on the first one, but I ended up lining them all up by the metrics on here and ending all 3 of them at the same spot so that they would all be equal. Now, when I got it all done, I left it because I wanted you guys to see how I would adjusted this necklace had I gotten it completed to put it up for sale. This one will be adjusted after the live, and I'll bring it back and show you. But what I will do is I'm going to add probably about 2 to 3 links on each side of this chain on this one. On my black one, I'm going to probably add 5 to 6 links to give it a little bit more space. But I'm also using thicker beads. And what I mean is that the width of these beads are thicker. If I'm going to be using a smaller bead, I am not going to need to make that adjustment. So it's going to take into account two things to decide how you want to put this necklace together. Number one is going to be about the size of the neck. And number two is going to be the width of your beads. So I'm going to show you on me. Hopefully you'll be able to see it here. I had it on earlier, but I had a t-shirt on earlier. So here, look. See, when I put this on, do you see? I'm in my words here. Let me get that down a little bit here, everybody. But when I wear that down, you got to get it. There we go. You see how I do have some space, but not a dot. And I just don't like that. So I will be fixing it. But that is the look that we're going to go for. Now, when you're going to do this, you can make this necklace however you want. You could do the bar like I have here. You could do a bar with just one bead on each one of them. You can use a larger bead. You could do like we did. I'm going to bring up a necklace that we did. I think it was last week with the bar. For the week before. It was the week before. Sorry, the week before. But you know how we did these where they were all separate? You can do a larger amount of beads here. So you can make or you could put a charm on it. Just make sure that the width of the charm, how long it dangles down, you add that amount of chain to each one of your links. So I've thrown a lot of information at y'all, and I hope that it will maybe stay a little bit. Even if it doesn't stay all the way, I will let you guys know. When I do my lives and I have YouTube on it, I save my YouTubes so that you guys can go back to the YouTube and rewatch it. So it's not a one and done and you're like, well, how am I ever going to remember all of this? Please know that if you are on TikTok here, go to that CJS logo at the top. Then you'll get to the CJS logo at the bottom of the page, and that will take you to my profile. In my profile, if you touch the description, not the lemonade one, but the other one, that will get you to a listing of all of my social medias. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, you will find YouTube. And if you touch that, you can go to YouTube underneath the live section and find the title. This one's called Multi-Layered Necklace Tutorial. Okay, so yeah, so it's gonna be a little bit of trial and error, Joya, because you got to think about what you're using to decide how to put it on there. For tonight's live, I am going to use smaller beads so that I don't have to on a live sit here and go, okay, I got to think about this really hard. One of the beads is going to be this one, which is a round 6mm size bead. And then the other bead that I'm going to have with it is a blue rondelle. So these are not very big beads, but it'll help us gauge if, you know, to do it the first time without having to move up and down our links. But then what I want you to take from that is if you're going to use beads that are wider than these, then we're going to need to take into account how wide the bead is. So for example, with this one, if we got out our ruler, which is right here on my table, this one is 18 millimeters, the black is. So half of that is 9 millimeters. I need to make sure that I add 4.5 millimeters on each side at least, so that I have clearance between them and it will lay right. The second bead, which is the print bead, that one is 22 millimeters thick. So that means I have to adjust from the top one 11 or from the bottom one 11. So that is where you have to think about getting your height and stuff from. Our last one here, which is the white one with the clear, this one is 15 millimeters. So you're going to want to put 7.5 on each side. So when you think about it, you have two sides that you need to add that length to. So you figure out where it's at, divide it by 2, so that you can add it to each side. Our links that I use in this chain, just happens to be this chain, is 6. So that's why on this one that's 11, I'm going to add 2 to 3 to give us that clearance from the other one. Does that help you, you know, how to think about it? This one piece of hair is going to drive me nuts, everybody, because he wants to boink up and he won't go down. I have naturally wavy hair, and tonight it just is like whoop. So I just pulled it back in a pony. Sorry, that was hair stuff. So what we're going to do is I've got this style of beadboard. We're going to put our chains in each one of these after we have made our bars. I'm going to do bars with this one. So to do the bars, I have 20 gauge craft wire for supplies. I showed you the beads that we're going to use. And then I just have my chain here. The chain is a 6x4 cable chain. They are not soldered links so that I can open and close them. Sorry, somebody got filtered there. So we'll be able to use that. I also, for this part right here, I have, see if I can get that up close so you guys can see. I have a jump ring is how I attached everything. So this is one piece of chain to the multiple chains using a jump ring. Oh, Miss Joya. And then back here, any type of closure that you want, I have here a lobster clasp with 2 6mm split rings. So that is the supplies you need. Now for your tools, I will need a round nose plier. I have 2 chain nose pliers. I also have a flush cutter because I need to cut my craft wire. And then I also have my split ring tool to open up my split ring to get on the lobster clasp. All right. And then to measure everything, I have a ruler. I actually have, when I do my rulers, I used to have a see-through ruler, and I found it's really hard to see the see-through ruler, and so I ended up going with the metal ruler that's solid so that I could read it. I don't know if anybody else has had that problem, but as I got older, I could not read the style of ruler. I couldn't read it as I got older, so we do this. You guys can laugh at me because I say I'm not old. But that is what we have tonight. Thank you, Sandy, for the gift. I do appreciate that, everybody. So, and I have to say once again, they have Paddington Bear on the gifts now for our TikTok. I was like, no way. So, I was excited when I saw those tonight. So to do, I'm going to point you guys down. Yep, I have an 18-inch one because when you go to do necklaces, sometimes your necklaces are 18 inches. And so that's why I went with an 18-inch ruler. I'm going to point you all down so that you guys can see what I am doing. So hold on while I point you all down. Remember, if you guys like, we got our shares already. I will do giveaways tonight of either, you get to pick of bead soup or of jewelry tonight. And you guys are kind of in my, I got to figure out TikTok here. I got to get you guys, whoop, there we go. Get you down, there we go. You're not as much in the words. Okay. So, I'm just going to spill out the beads because, woohoo, it did. I did not see that yet. I did not watch the news. Whew. All right. See, these are going to be my colors, and I'm trying to decide, do I want to do 2 blue and the purple pink mix, or do I want to do 1 blue and the purple pink? I think I want to do it that way. Yep, that's what I want. Okay. Now I know what I want. All right. I leave on the first one my wire connected, and I just put the beads on that I want. I am going to do 5 on one. So my top one is going to be 5. I might just do them all 5. So there's my 5 beads. I take my round nose pliers. If you all know, I make marks on my pliers, and I need with a Sharpie. I'm going to darken this in. Hi, Buttercup. Oh, you're shutting the door on me. Bye, Buttercup. She wasn't staying very long tonight. There, I put a little line. The line I put on here is so that all of my circles are consistent. You can use a bail pliers if you want. I just use my round nose and mark it. It comes off with wear 90 degrees away from you. So if you notice, it's not quite there. We go 90 degrees. Reposition that 45 degrees in that angle and bring it around to you. Now, when you get to a certain point, you're not going to be able to move it anymore because of how it's done. Reposition your plier where the circle goes on top and then finish it out. So if you notice, it'll look like that. See if I can get it to focus there. So we've got the circle and there. Hold this. Hold on. I figured this out earlier too when I was working on this. You need the chain before. So let me figure out about how much my thing is here. It's all about, this will be just about 1.5 inches. Okay. So if I want my first layer to be at 18 and this is 1.5 inches, that would leave me with 16.5, but I'll have 4 and 4, right? Nope. Let's do 6 and 6 is 12. So that'd be 11.5, or not 11.5, 13.5 minus 18. I'm doing math in my head out loud. 18 to minus 13.5 is 4.5 divided by 2 is about 2 1/4 inches. Did I do my math right? I'm going to go do my math here. So 1.5 plus the 12 for the 6 on the side minus 18, 4.5. Yes, I did. Woohoo! Math today. Let me see where I'm at on this. This piece is 3 inches. I think I'm going to go with it. We might have a longer one. Okay, so I have 3 inches here. All right, open this up. Put the chain on there. Put the chain in that circle. Well, do you know what, this is what Buttercup keeps telling me, girl math. Oma, you got to learn girl math. And I'm like, yeah, I was never taught girl math. So you're going to hold this on one side, take your pliers, your other pliers, and then wrap it around like one complete circle. And I'm like, I don't do girl math. I do math. So, and then I cut so that I have just a little bit left, maybe 1.5 inches or so. Oh, just I'll cut there. I'll have a little bit, but I'm not going to have so much that's extra. So then I go about halfway between my line in here, bend it in half, reposition it so it's on the line. The line is for the circle. The first bend from your beads to your circle is about how much room you will have to do that twist. So we'll get that just like we did before, where you get that wrapped around. We created that circle. Open up your circle and put on this other piece of chain. Like that. Whoop. Okay. And then put one circle around and then cut off. And put this in that first one. And what I mean by the first one is that first one here. And if we look, this is 4 and 4. So I've got 8 inches. If I'm going to make an 18-inch necklace for my first layer, then because I've got 4 and 4, that's 8, I would do 10. Huh! Hey, it all worked out. I didn't do my math right, I don't think. I don't know. But that's what you do. Okay? So do you see? Whoops. That's in the wrong spot. That's supposed to be up here. That's why that's wrong. It's 5 and 5, so we have 10. Oh, my Lord. You guys can laugh at me. I'm going to laugh at myself. There we go. 5 and 5 is 10, so that means I would do 4 for my extra amount at the top. Because that's my first layer. And by 5, it's because it's right here. Here for metric, it's on the 9 on each side. There we go. We got 1 done. Now we're going to work on our second one. I'm going to lay out the beads in the bead tray here really quick. And these are harder to do when they are rondelles. I'm going to bring this over so you guys can see what I'm doing. I am just laying out the beads for the next layer of the necklace. I do not use bead trays very often, but for this, I have one that's too big. We don't want him in this necklace. So we're going to do that for the next one. Do you see how I just laid them out? And so I know I'm going to need a little bit for my circle. So for my chain, and we can adjust this, I am going to want about that right there. I'm going to open this up here. Except for I left underneath here, I have my tool. I get my tool. I will tell you guys, this is not an easy one to do because you have to think about your bead size. You have multi-layers that you're thinking about. So this one isn't an easy, like, let's make it together really quick, like a, for me, like a stretchy bracelet. But it's kind of cool when it gets done. Okay, those are my such a trusty way to make them the same length. You can either use the tool or you can take your wire. And it gives you some tips and tricks. Put it on there so that there's the same length and find where that is. It's right there. And then you don't have to count your links. I used to count my links to make sure they were always even. And then I figured out ways till I didn't have to do that all the time. All right, here is the chain for number 2. It's not that it's complicated, it's just a thought one. And that's the thing, is that we have to think about this one from a thought perspective, and why I want you to take time when you're making it, okay? All right, so here are our beads for the second one, for the second layer. We're going to put them on, and I'll tell you how many beads we have here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8 of them. We have 8 of these. See, the cha-cha for me is extremely easy because you don't think, you just go. Okay, 90 degrees away from you. Hi, Maria. Reposition the tool 45 degrees in that bend there. And then come around, back around towards you until it meets up and you can't do it. Swing that. So this is on the top now. And just make that a full circle. The reason why you reposition the tool is so that it's a circle and not a straight up and apart circle. Okay? Yep. The cha-cha bracelets are a great way to practice your loops. I know I'm doing an even. I don't normally do even numbers of beads, everybody, but 9 would not have been right on that one when I looked at it. So we have that in there, and we're going to do 1 loop around. and then cut off the extra. Now on this end, we're going to cut it off about there. Just have a little bit of extra there so that when we go to do our loop, all right, we're going to go about halfway between my line and the end. Do your bend on the second half. Then just line it up with your line and go all the way around. Reposition your tool and get that in there, and then open it up and put your chain on. And then one loop around. Cut off your extra. And then I'm going to put it on our bead board. See, and there is, I'm going to hold it so I can show you guys. There, there we go. There is our second one. He wants to fiddle around. And they will move around when you have them, everybody. They're not going to stay perfect all the time. That's what having layered necklaces is about. Oh, no. So if you bend it at the line, it is, think about it this way. If you see how this is smaller here and it's larger here, between your beads and where you did your bend is how much wire you're going to do based upon how thick you've gone down. So if you're doing it, like when I make earrings, I do it right on the tip so that you don't have a lot of that wire wraps showing at the top of your beads. But when you're doing like the cha-cha bracelets, you can do it down here and that's fine. You're just going to have a lot more of the metal spirals between the beads and the circle. So you can do it however it is, but when you think about doing that part, think about how much wire wrap you want to show. Does that make sense, everybody? I never thought about explaining that one. Now, I'm going to move these beads over here. I'm not going to put that there. All right. Now, we are going to put more beads on this last one. Oh, let's see. 2, 4, 6. So we can do it like that and have that last one be just a little bit longer. I'm going to bring that up close so you guys can see. Yep, that's how you get less spiral, is not by doing that. I'm loving these colors. They're very, very summery to me. And once again, I want it right here to here. So I'm going to do about this much chain. And when I'm saying from here to here, you see how my ends are right here? I want my chain for this one to end there. So I'm going to do it right here. And I'm going to go almost to my beads. I need a little bit of room for that circle on the side. So that's why when I was saying from here to here, I'm doing from where I have the 5 at all the way to here. And my lengths of my bars are different, so you can't do the same length unless you make the same bead for all 3 with the same number of beads in all 3. All right, I'm opening that, getting that off, closing it up. When you open and close chain, it's just like opening and closing your jump rings. You want to open it one towards you and one away from you so you don't distort the circle. Then we're going to find out. I put it on my wire. I'm going down, and right here is the one that I want to open and close. This is the last one of that for that chain. Taking that off. There we go. Okay. This style of beadboard is actually what I learned how to make jewelry on. And if you notice, they are dirty. And it's because these are what I used to use all the time. When you guys watch me make jewelry lately, you guys will see I hardly ever use a beadboard. So they haven't had a lot of use lately. But these are the beadboards I learned how to do it on. What type of chain am I using? I am using the silver chain that I sell that is 6 by 4 millimeter links. It is the curb chain, I believe. I am waiting for my order to come in that has it for you guys. I was able to get some in for me because I was completely out, but I couldn't get a lot of it. So I have it on one of the orders, but it's going to be probably about another 2 or 3 weeks before I get it. And then I got to check it in. Yep. You'll see some of my bead trays are dying. All right. Once again, everybody, here we go. I'm going to get this straight so it's not so curvy. This is curvy because of its being on here on the spool. So there we go. And it's getting more in this tighter. All right. Away from you. The first one doesn't matter where it's at because you control that one. Because you're pushing the beads up against this one. So where our line is at and around. And around. Open up that circle and put on the chain. Then take our pliers and just go around this one time. And then cut off this extra here. So those of you that are new, I do sell components and findings, pendants, beads, whatever I can find for us to make jewelry with. So you'll hear me talk about, I have stuff that I'll have up for sale. And I do have to show you guys something after we get done making this necklace. Halfway between, bend it away from you. Put it in the center here and at a 45-degree angle, come around, reposition, finish out that circle. So we got our circle. Open this up. No, I have not. I found them and then I went to try to go get them and the shipping on them was astronomical. But I'm going to keep looking, Miss Joya. I'm going to keep looking. And now we're going to take this and go one time around because of how much space I had there. That'll go around once. Here we go. All right. I am going to put this one in here. Okay. So there are our 3 layers to the necklace. Are they in there perfect? No. We'll get them. The chains are all the same length. So when we go to put them on our jump rings to put the layers together, it will be fine. But it doesn't mean that they won't like intermix with each other. That can happen. I'm going to get these beads off of my bead mat. Okay. I'm going to put these layers on the bead mat and get them off the bead board. There's a reason for that. And I'm going to put them in the order that they need to lay in. Now, I just have a container that I have all the different size jump rings, but I've never like said, hey, this is the size. And I've never labeled them. You know, you would think with me being a labeler, I would do that, but I have not. I'm going to grab 2 of this jump ring. The jump ring size is 5 millimeters. Okay, we're going to open those up one at a time. There is the opening. Just like I said, one towards you and one away. We are going to start with the bottom. add the middle, and add the top links all together. Close it up. Make sure you get your jump ring closed. Now, your second jump ring, we're going to open that one up. There it is. There's the opening. Bottom, do the same exact way. Bottom, middle, and top. And then close it up. So I'm going to lift it up by the jump rings if I can find it. There we go. It's blending in with my chain. There we go. And if it'll stop moving, that's what it'll look like when it's all layered together. All right. Hi, Geraldine. I think that's turning out stunning. I want to measure where we are at with the top layer, because that will be the shortest layer. I just want to make sure it's still measuring 10 inches. And it is not. It is 8. That means I need 10 inches of my chain. So that means I need 5 and 5. Unless I want to make it a 16 and have the first layer up here. I might want to do that. So then I would be 8 and 8, or 8, so that'd be 4 and 4. All right. So I am going to cut off, or take off, 4 inches of chain. This is going to be a choker for the first layer. 16 inches might be too small for me. I have a thick neck. I'm going to take that one off. And I'm going to put it on one side of that jump of the necklace in my jump ring. Hi, Lori. There we go. I want to have the exact same length. Got to do this. We're going to cut that off at the right spot so they're both the same size. Right there. It's that one right there. Okay. It's right there. Open that one up, take that off, and go over to this side for the jump ring and put that one on this side. Come on, go on. There we go. Okay. There we have. It's not going to be down here. It's going to be up here. Hey, this one might fit me. I need to go grab the closure part. I did not put them on my bead table. So let me go grab those. Hi, you. Don't turn off my light. Did you just go do the garbages? 5. I'm so proud. Thank you. I appreciate your help. I was going to do that after my live. Yay! All right. We have here the the lobster clasp. Always test your lobster clasp before you put it on. That one's springy. We're good. And we are going to have 2 6mm split rings.
Yeah, you think that could like remove paint?
What kind of paint?
The acrylic paint.
What we paint with and stuff. That would be soap and water, like your Dawn dish soap. That's on the sink.
That's it. Wow.
Yeah, just use that spray one.
Oh yeah, that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry, she had a question. So we're going to use our split ring opener. And do you see how we put that in there? This part that comes down to open it. And then you put that on there. Grab your pliers and just spin it around. And you don't kill your fingernails. So on one side of your necklace, you are going to put just a 6mm split ring. Or you can do a jump ring if you like. I do split rings because I find they're more secure for me. And then the other side, you're going to put that split ring and the jump ring. There we go. There we are. Okay. All right, I'm going to move this necklace off and put this one on. There it is. And now, when we did the bar one here, do you see how these are like straight? You can, since it's a piece of metal, kind of bend it so that they flow with the necklace. And there we have a multi-layer necklace that ends with one chain in the back. So I'm going to go up so you guys can see this better and not my mat. There we go. And here we go. There we are. So there we are. That is how you can do that. And I have on a sweatshirt, so when you go to wear it with a sweatshirt, it's not going to be the best. But I want to show you guys what that's what it'll look like. I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm like yeeshing ya. There you are. Look how sparkly that is. Oh, I've got it recorded, Miss Amy. It will be out as soon as it uploads on YouTube. So you can go and watch it and all the tips and tricks. So there it is. Yep. And to get there, go to CJS. That will get you to my profile. Not the lemonade, but the other one in my profile. You go ahead and touch that. It will give you a list, and all my social medias are listed there. It is the bottom one. And it will be also, it is CarolJo's LLC on YouTube. All right. So yeah, so that is the necklace that we made tonight. It's a multi-layer, and then you can see, and you can change the links in between them. So like, oh, thank you for subscribing. So if you wanted to make this even, so it's like starts right here, you would just take a few links off of like this part of the chain part and make it shorter. If you wanted to have a really long one that's a layered look, you know, make this layer come up to here so that back here you didn't have as much, and it'll be just like a very stunning piece. So if you wanted to do that layered look with larger beads, we talked about that in the beginning, where you need to have more room than we have between these beads to get that to lay nicely. Thank you, Geraldine. Because yeah, if anything happens on TikTok, I will probably do bead sales on Instagram. Possibly, I'll be doing my first one on Monday to give it a try. Even if we get the extension or it doesn't go away, I'm still gonna try it and just see how that goes. I don't know. We can figure it out. So, but that is how to do a multi-layered necklace. So we've got multi-layered to one so that you don't have that big bulk back here with multiple necklaces. I'm going to tell you, you know, when you wear multiple necklaces, you can get the chains all tangled up. This one can still tangle up on itself. So you just have to untangle from here to here when you're doing it. Okay, so it doesn't mean that the necklace won't tangle just like any other necklaces when you're doing the layered look, but you don't have as much of a tangle. I know. I will be on YouTube for sure with tutorials and with all my chat times. And I really am waiting for the app Neptune to come out so I can try that and see if that will work for me. We had a big discussion on Saturday about, even with TikTok right now, I love TikTok in the algorithm and how I found our whole community. I love the community we have. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay, it already happened. I didn't know that. Thank you, Lucy Lou.
What already happened?
There's an extension on TikTok, so it won't shut down next week. Yay! But I like, you can't say the word, and I'm going to say some of the words here tonight. I won't, because we're at the end. I won't be. It doesn't matter because I'm not going out to the for you. But if you use the words like bio, if you use the words tab, if you use the words website, you're not supposed to use those words. There's a list of words, and the way we have to talk is getting so hard. And I'm like, I hate having to think about what I say. I just want to talk with y'all. Um, just like we are here. I want to just interact. I don't want to have a list of things I can't say. And what I'm saying to me isn't bad things to say. Yeah, thank you isn't allowed. I mean, thank you is like being polite. And I am thankful for you guys being here. I should be able to say that. So that's what's really I love TikTok for what it has done for me and what I've been able to do and having our community. I just dislike right now all of the things I cannot do that we would have done before. And that hurts. It just sucks. And I don't know what other to say than that. So that's why I'm hoping like Neptune will be a platform that will be like what we had before with TikTok. It will not have the links like I won't be able to put, because we can't say link tree. I won't be able to put link tree out there. So we have to, but I don't know if I can put it in the comments and find it that way. Yep. Well, and part of it, what I think part of how we did that is because TikTok is wanting to make money just like the rest of us. And if we have our own websites, if we use our own cash apps for all of our businesses, they are not getting a piece of the pie. But when you guys do all of the not the likes, but when you guys do the gifts, TikTok gets a percentage of those gifts. So I'm just going to break it down. If you have 100 coins given to you, that equates to $1. The creator or the individual that's doing the live gets 50 cents of that. And I can't remember, so don't quote me on this one. But TikTok, I believe, gets 30 cents of that dollar. And then if you are a part of a agency, the agency gets 20% or 20 cents. But if you're not a part of the agency, I think TikTok gets the whole 50 cents is the way it goes. So TikTok is making money when you guys gift. And for me to get out to the For You page, you have to do shares, you have to do likes, you need to gift, you need to comment.
How much would 1,000 coins be?
1,000 coins would be $10.
Only 10? Wow.
Yeah, $10. So that's where TikTok still is making money off of me when you guys do that. So that's why I'm like, how dang. Yeah, I am.
You're already like right now.
Not right this second. I will be in a few minutes. I got to show them something.
I need to go on Amazon.
Okay, I will let you go on Amazon in just a minute.
I'm out of my keychains.
Huh?
I'm out of all my keychains.
In your good behavior box? Oh my Lord, we got to get her keychains for her good behavior box. Someone was saying that they got the extension. Yeah. And so I am not part of the creator fund. And the reason why I'm not part of the creator fund is that my account is actually a business account. If you're a business account, you can't be a part of the creator fund, but I do get like the gifts like that Paddington Bear up there that I will get. The subscriptions, it's also broken out too. So it is. Oh, she took off on me. I'll tell her, Miss Joya. So that's why I get TikTok's making money off of us. And I'm just like, please let me have my fun here. And please let me say what I want to say. I'm not saying anything bad. From what I heard, I have not gone out and read it. Someone else commented that they got an extension. What do you think of that necklace? Miss Buttercup is here. You can't put it over your neck that way. No. Oh, you should see what she just did. Here, give it here for me for a second. This is what Buttercup just did. And I can do it with my hair like this tonight. She did this. You could put it on your head. Oh, I love it. If you wanted to, she put it on. She's got a smaller head than me. But yeah, so that's what I'll just say about that and why I am trying to figure out where I'm going. But we're going to be here for a little while. An extension on the TikTok so it would not ban is what I heard. But the one thing I want to show you, yep, the 1920s. You got it.
What is the 1920?
It's an era where they would wear headbands like that. So, okay, I told you guys Friday night we are going to have the duck pendant. Remember I've been telling you guys and I'm all excited about that? I brought them up here. Buttercup is playing with them. This is the duck pendant. So that is what we will have. It
and
has
like 80,000 of them.
There's 200 of them, but someone wants some. So yeah, so there they are. We have a baggie of them.
Can I have some more?
You want some too?
I can have half.
No, you're not having half.
I can have 100 and they
No.
and they have. I can have 50 and they can have 150.
No, you're not having 50 of them. I'm gonna probably end up having to order more. I think.
I can have 20 where they have 180.
Oh, well, Nana saw them and she wants some.
And she can have 2.
She wants 12. I don't know what it is. She wants 12.
Okay, well, after I get my 20, she can just deal with it.
So we have these. I got to take some out because my mother-in-law wants some because she's going to do a prank on somebody with them. And
What?
I'll tell you off camera, just in case the person she's going to prank is here. I don't want them to know what it is. It's a cute thing. So she wants those. Yeah. That's funny, Amy. Someone got 50 tiny flamingos and put them in her sister's house down in Florida where there's flamingos. That is cute. So, yeah. So, we're going to have these will be available on Friday nights live. And then the silicone beads that we have that had hearts and that kind of stuff, we will have those available. I have pulled a couple of acrylic beads already. I've got some gemstones, crystal semi-precious pulled. And I have larger head pins and eye pins that we'll have up for Friday night. What the heck? No, don't kill that because I need the information, honey. Oh, she put holes in my numbers. Don't do that, please. But I'm looking for chain because someone asked for chain. So I don't know what we're going to have, but we'll have some glass beads. I would think it's going to be a fun Friday night. So come join me. That will be the next time I'm live. I'm taking Wednesday and Thursday night off here on TikTok.
Why?
Because I'm going to spend time with you.
For my birthday?
No, just because I want to. So Wednesday and Thursday, we will not be live. And then we will be live Friday night. I still have to look for those. I was going to look for those at the same time I did the chain, Cherie. So just give me a couple of days. But we will have the duckies available. I have no idea what the price is because I don't have it on my piece of paper here. So we will have the duckies. We'll have acrylic beads, all kinds of fun things. So that's what we're going to do on Friday. Saturday will be a charm day at 10 a.m. So I'm getting excited for these. Buttercup's birthday is February 2nd. She is a Groundhog Day baby. And so we will be doing her birthday party on January 25th. So I will not be live that day. So a week from this Saturday, I won't have a live. Just to let y'all know.
Wait, in a week?
A week from Saturday. She wants her party, so now. Oh, that'll be fun.
What?
Lori's gonna fly to her mom's for her 80th birthday. So, the day she was born was a Groundhog Day for us in this, nope, he's not.
Who?
Someone was asking if my dad was calling. I don't know. It's not lagging on my side, Miss Joya. But you know the movie Groundhog Day where the same thing repeats each day? The day before she was born, the day she was born, and the day after she was born, it was blizzarding here in South Dakota, and we never got to leave the hospital.
For how long?
Oh, geez. You didn't get out of the hospital until, I got to think about this. You were released on Saturday and you were born on a Tuesday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So you were in the hospital for 4 days. She was put into the NICU when she was born, but she's healthy now. So she,
Why was I put in the thingamajiggy?
because you were not breathing right.
Okay, yeah.
No, you weren't breathing.
Oh, I wasn't breathing.
Nope. So they put you in the NICU so you would get the oxygen. So yes. So she was an interesting, her delivery was interesting. I will just put it at that because I don't want anybody to freak out about deliveries. But we have a healthy little girl with us now, and that's what matters. And so she will always be, she will always be known as the groundhog baby just because we went through a 3-day blizzard for her birth. And we literally could not leave the hospital. The town was on a no travel. You couldn't go anywhere. There was no way you could go anywhere. So it was an interesting time, but I say it's awesome. So that is what we have with her. So that's why next Saturday is when we are going to actually be celebrating her birthday, because we are doing a hotel birthday party, and the hotel rooms are double the price the weekend of her birthday. So we're doing it a week early so that we can get them at a normal rate.
Why can't we do it like this week?
Because we're not. So that is what I will let you know, but we will be live. I will post my schedule for next week. I will be live on Monday. I know Tuesday. I know I'll be live on Friday night, and I think Wednesday or Thursday. So we will still have a lot. All right, everybody. I am going to get going. I'm going to go hang out with her and get her Amazon stuff that she wants. So I will be back on Friday, and I hope y'all have a great night. Bye, everybody.